How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Hicksydust, here with another Madden franchise video. We come in off the heels of a dominant win against Washington, 31-7. We play the Eagles at home this week for what looks to be another first-place divisional battle. I'm assuming the Eagles have already had their bye. Our bye comes after the heels of this game. So, hence why we have one more game on our record. I have already trained and scouted players this week. We have Kevin Zeitler coming back from injury, which will help to bolster the offensive line. But we lost Marcus Golden last week to broken ribs. So Kyler Fackrell will be taking his place for the next 4 weeks, which is not a bad. They're only off by like 2 points, so that's fine. Our offensive coordinator wants to talk to us, most likely about Fletcher Cox again. Yep, here we go. I wanted to brief you about Fletcher Cox. We are going to again commit to slowing him down. And so, yep, again, if we have one or more rushing touchdown, we beat that like stigma of Fletcher Cox. So let's get right into it. We're going to play our season game. We're going to play the full game. So, there's not a lot of news right now for football, but we are entering a pretty interesting time for New York sports. The Jets and the Giants are both teams in rebuild mode. The team seems to be coming together behind Joe Judge, or at least they did towards the middle and the end of the season. And the Jets have the potential to turn their franchise around, which has been abysmal in recent memory. With one of their best head coach signings I've seen to date in Robert Saleh. So hopefully next season will be a turning point for both franchises.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with their opponents. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in after a loss last time out, but they've still been in good form. Winners of 6 of their last 8. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now from NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And he can't get away from the
Big
pressure.
time
The
sack.
Giants get there. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them
Second
early.
and 22.
Miles Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
That's it.
And he will bring it
Pick
back.
6.
It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
I think that's one in
And remember, this
the
is
past
the
3
#1
games
in the National Football League.
at
There's
least.
a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brissett on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Intended for Miles.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
Brissett again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
Nope.
Still, ended up with a solid game.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
10-10 at the 29-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. His kick. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, again, and I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's got Rosen. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants
nice
side
run.
of the field.
Nice run.
A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And an Eagle.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but
that was close. Oh, no, not Leonard.
So now
not
2nd
Leonard.
and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Dislocated elbow. He's out for at least this game. Let's hope that let's hope he'll be back. We have the bye week coming up, so I'm not too worried.
Before he could get much out of it.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabrill Peppers. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
1st and 10.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Number 26.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eagle pressure. pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Waited
Fletcher
too long to hold on to the
has
ball
now
for that
recorded
one.
10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st down, Philadelphia.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. Left side here to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it first. Now we have Kelsey. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Don't do us like that.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Brissett now. And quickly finding Rager. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Rager. A gain of 15. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Brissett. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down.
Let's see where that flag puts us.
Flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
We're not. We're just going to let
So they
that
will
slide.
take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Here's Brissett. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now.
So they're going to settle for 3.
Today. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good.
And there's 3 seconds left on the clock.
14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the 2nd half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando, we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
We did get the ball back. I kind of lost track as to who was supposed to.
Rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken in at the 3. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. at their own 29-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On 1st down, Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 30.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he can't quite
so
get
close.
there. Tackled down at the 1.
So close.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Let's try a toss play.
Drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating.
That gets our goal. That gets our goal.
Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
6-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
1st down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
On the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
another run with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
They've done that quite a bit this game.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
They have done
It's
that
too
quite
bad,
a bit.
isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Brissett now on 2nd down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Brissett. Ertz has it left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now,
right over the head.
For the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the
There you go.
17.
Dalvin Tomlinson getting
Dalvin
involved.
Tomlinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
4th and 8 there, going for it.
Here on 4th down.
See what we can do.
In the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Okay. They caught it down at the 1.
Gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up first.
See if we can stop him here, hold him to just the field goal. If not, this game I think is still well in hand.
Now Brissett. That's caught.
I think, yep, caught it, but set him back.
Loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett.
Ooh, just a little off.
But it's incomplete.
I'd be pulling the rest of my hair out on that one. Or if that was a little bit more on center, they probably would have got that.
This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Yep, there we go.
It's Ertz.
If you can't,
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Complete to Zach Ertz.
somebody dropped the ball on covering
His
Ertz.
second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Like I said, though, this is the 4th quarter. We're up a few scores. All we got to do is keep the ball away from him.
Especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Finding Gabriel complete. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in.
Didn't need it, but won't deny it.
New York. Taylor Gabriel.
68-yard touchdown.
Of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Hey, let me talk to you for a second.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
33-yard line.
On play action, Rosen. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 35.
Rosen's pass. Complete to Alshon.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, it's Brissett. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
All right. They're keeping it close. They're keeping it competitive.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
17.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps try to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, but it's going to be 2nd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
4th down, Brissett. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Giants, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. If you liked watching me beat the Eagles today, securing our #1 spot, going into the playoffs, well, as long as we keep on our track. But this was another good game to solidify it. Josh Rosen, 100% completion rating, 2 touchdowns, no TDs, no missed dropped balls. I thank you guys for joining us on this one, and I hope you all come back for more Hicksydust content in the future.